Well, hello everyone. Sandy Hahn here again. This is be the sixth call I've done, and I can't believe it's 2 days to Christmas. So, Merry Christmas Eve, I guess, to everyone. Um, again, there's just been so much going on. It's getting crazy, but it's so awesome the responses I'm getting back from people. And again, it's from literally from people every continent, every time zone around the world. And they're starting to engage in doing things and trying things that I saying I've been doing. And it's beyond gratifying to see that they're already, making progress. Again, it's not going to be easy. They're still struggling, just like me. I still got plenty of issues, but it's just so wonderful to see uh, their comments and feedback. And then I'm actually getting a ton of feedback and comments from friends, family alike, uh, about a number of things, of course. And I'm learning, and I hope I'm getting better. I'm certainly trying each week to improve, not only on the call but the website. Website's been uh, going to get redone. A lot of good friends have made some suggestions for that. Tons of videos on there. Lots of workout. I'm going to start sectioning it off into certain things and categories from workouts. Tons of workouts. Um, the cold plunge videos from when I went into the cold plunge. Actually, the funny stories. Uh, I can actually do it myself. And there was a video of me getting in 4 minutes in 39-degree uh, water, literally ice cubes in it. But I'm going to try and find a video of when I first did the cold plunge back in the summer of 24, when I was not doing so good. And Elise Free, her boyfriend, um, Doug Ford, is a contractor, and he brought his forklift over. They have an outdoor plunge, and he got a forklift and he bought a hanging rope chair, hung it from the forklift. I kind of waddled over and sat in the rope chair. He lifted the forklift up over the cold plunge and dropped me in for 2 minutes. Uh, it's pretty funny, but I'll have to get that video and put that on the website. So um, again, and I've been working on the talked about meditations, and I've got a number of them that I want to do because I want to keep them simple so anyone can follow along. But I've did a bunch, but it's been a little bit more challenging than I was expected because I'm trying to be cognizant of the time and the music and those things. But uh, I'm really close, so they'll be up, and we'll be getting into some of those very soon. So I'm excited about that. So, um, other than that, boy, I had a few other things, but I know Nina, you said you had some questions that you had for me.
I sure do. All right. So you just mentioned Christmas Eve. You're a really funny guy, Sandy, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you've always known that. But so, Sandy, I wanted to know when you think holidays, what feeling comes to mind for you today? And how is that feeling different from years past?
Can you say it again? I missed the first part.
So, when you think of holidays, what feeling comes to mind for you today? And how is that different from years past when you said you weren't feeling as well? Like,
Yeah, it's well, um, boy, it's just gratitude. Um, that I'm still here because I vividly remember 3 years ago, um, my daughter Madison, who's here now from London for 3 weeks. We were excited. She'd come home and I was in bed, and I spent most of the time she was here in bed and struggled to get out. And just seeing the look on her face when she saw me, and uh, and again, that was a time when I really didn't think I was going to make it through the following Christmas. Really thought that was going to be my last. So to be here now, just gratitude, not just for the holidays, every day. I swear to God, I feel that every morning that I wake up, and I cherish every moment of every day. And I truly mean that. And I want everyone else to try and do the same.
That's beautiful. And I'm so glad that Madison is there now and to get to spend a few weeks with you while you're in this state of mind, this mentality, and able to get up and enjoy the time with your entire family.
Yeah, and
It's
the great part too is now to see her and the kids just our interaction now. You know, for a lot of years it was just like they didn't know what to say. I had a lot of friends. I had lunch with some friends last Friday that I hadn't seen in years and hadn't spoken with. And, they were like, I'm apologizing. Said, don't. You, like a lot of people, thought I'm a goner. There's no way I'm going to be around. And it's hard for them to communicate. I get that. So I just said, don't ever worry about that. I get it. I'm still here. So let's make the best of it. And we're actually planning a trip to go back to Nashville. They a bunch of guys to take me there a few months after my diagnosis in September of 2019, kind of thinking that was going to be a last hurrah trip because I wasn't going to probably be around a whole lot longer, uh, but I'm still here and kicking, and so we're going to go back and tear it up. I love
yes.
I love Nashville.
I love that so much. Way to go, champ. Yes. 6 years later.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's really, I get goosebumps even just talking about this, that I'm feeling so good, but the same sense, I'm still, I mean, daily, nightly, speaking, communicating, messaging with people that I know are struggling so bad. And again, it's why I'm going to keep doing this to try and help them uh, to get better. And I have the sense that I can feel from them that I know that they've got hope, and they've got the willingness to keep trying, keep going. So I'm going to keep doing this for a long time because I just want to keep helping.
That's so beautiful. The word hope alone, and then the sensation of hope. And so for you to help others carry forward with that, like, what more could God want out of a person's purpose? And so I wanted to ask, like, what moment very recently, maybe, just reminded you that life can still be hopeful, joyful, funny, and beautiful despite everything, despite the odds?
You know what? It's when I hear back from people, from phone calls, from messages and texts that literally make me tear up because they're saying, "You're giving me hope. I mean that. That's that's why I'm doing this. That just to give back. And when I get those, again, the phone calls, the messages, the texts of their gratitude, and I tell them, you're helping me just as much as I'm helping you, because there's no amount of money that can buy that feeling, um, and the gratitude of helping others with no. That's all I want. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for any other reason. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing it to help others.
Gosh, Sandy, someone's cutting onions around here. Well, um, I wanted to ask for someone out there listening and they're supporting a family member, a friend, a loved one who has MSA or any chronic illness. Like, what would be some tips for you for them to be able to help lift up their loved one or instill hope?
You know what? I have a good friend who's given me a lot of advice, um, who always says to me, they just want to be heard. So just listen to them, ask them questions, let them talk, and see if there's anything you can do for them. Um, they just want to be heard because, I mean, I know for years, I lost touch with a lot of people because they just assume I'm done. And as much as that hurt, I understood it, because a lot of times people have a hard time trying to figure out what to say. And, uh, but try and reach out and support that person because they want to be heard and they do want to talk. A lot of times they don't have a whole lot of people to talk to. And it's it's hard, it's painful, but just keep reaching out to them, letting them know you're there.
Wow. I'm at, I feel like I'm at such a loss for words because whether you're battling an illness or not, it's like everybody would like the feeling of being heard or being seen. And so, what you just said is so simple, but so profound. And now I'm curious, like, when you were undergoing the lowest moments, like, who in your community who really helped you feel seen and heard? And what was it that they did that really impacted you?
Well, that's a great question. But, and I guess I don't want to name any specific names, for the fear of maybe forgetting someone. Um, but there was a handful of people that I will never forget who did reach out. Um, whether there's a text or a phone call. Um, and it means so much just to know that somebody cares. The same sense, other people, other friends that I I had lost touch with for a while, and it's nothing against them. I get it. I mean, what do you? It's hard to know what to say, but there are certainly, a number of really special people, family and friends, of course, the one person uh, who I know you love as well, Tom Lawrence, and what he did for me a few years ago. Uh, I'll never forget it when he did a fundraiser for me, uh, and the people that showed up. Uh, this amazing night, and there's actually some videos I have to share with you. Some old the old podcasts with Tom singing on stage at the fundraiser. Of course, I
No
sing.
way.
Oh yeah, I'll find it and send it to you. I sing a few songs, just as I like singing, but I suck. But I just enjoy being in front of people and trying to entertain them. But he got up and sang Jake Idle's band Must Have Got Lost, and he absolutely crushed it.
Wow.
So I had other friends who saw that and I'm like, was that Tom? I mean, he was fantastic. So I'll find that and send it to
Cheers to that. Cheers to Tom Lawrence.
you.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's he's the best. He's been my best friend for boy 35 years. But I have to tell you that story too, because we did not like each other when we first met. we were we pledged the same fraternity, SAE at Bowling Green, and did not like each other. But our our now wives became friends and got us to begrudgingly meet them out, and that's a whole nother story. It's a good one.
I love that. It has to be a good one. And especially for Christmas cheer, I'm looking forward to that story. We're going to have to listen and hear you out and see what that's all about. And so,
Yeah.
Sandy, with the Christmas spirit, uh, very alive right now, I'm curious. You're speaking directly to Tom and seeing the way you love him so much and how you feel about him. Like, what would you say to him directly? Because I'm sure, like, okay, it's it's not too often that people actually hear about the impact that they have on you or anyone. And so, what message would you say to Tom right now?
Oh boy, just that I love him. He knows that. Um, I mean, he and the Lawrence, they're family. Um, we have our own text thread just between our families. Um, his kids call me Uncle Sandy. Um, and we've just been so close for so long. And they've done so much for me um, for so long. And the memories we have are just amazing. So I know we're going to keep making a lot more. And um, I just wish him and his lovely family and all the Lawrences Merry Christmas. And I'm going to be seeing them very soon. In fact, we'll probably have them over. Uh, we have, let's just say, when the Hans and Lawrences get together, uh, it's quite a party. And we're going to have them over since Madison's here, and it'll be uh, it'll be something. Let's just say that.
That's awesome. That's very awesome to hear. Now, shifting back, like, 'cause you have so much beautiful things to share. I wanted to know, what do you want someone newly diagnosed to know heading into the holidays?
I'm sorry, what?
For someone who was newly diagnosed, like what would you say and want them to know as they're heading into the holidays? And I'd like you to tap into your lowest point and just be able to communicate a message that you would have liked to hear.
That it's not a death sentence. Um, you can't get better. I'm not going to say that it's not going to be difficult. It was horrible. And there's a lot of people who are still suffering horribly, but you can feel better. I'm not going to say that you can be cured or healed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I want to reach out, look at these calls, look at the information. You can feel better and you can survive. Uh, I've done that, and I'm already seeing signs from others uh, once they have hope. So just have hope and get started on some of the things that I've been talking about sooner than later. Um, just because again, I'm going to repeat myself going back to meditation. It's a mindset. You've got to have the right mindset and believe that you can get better. And the sooner you start doing that, um, the sooner you can hopefully avoid a lot of the bad things, because you can do some things. Again, repeating myself, going back to the other calls, start watching these calls, um, and take it slow, but get in the right mindset. And again, the with meditation and Dr. Joe, some of that's really deep, and that's difficult for some people. But that's why I promise I'm going to have these meditations. They're going to be very simple, very easy for anyone to follow along, and I know they're going to help. And I'd ask them to reach out, anyone, for the email, the Sandy Hahn podcast at gmail.com. Um, I'm trying to make myself available, but again, uh, I'm just me. But I'm going to have Tyler help me as well to try and do more for as many people as I can. So I hope everyone can be patient with me as we build through this a lot through this. But I want this to be a resource because I mean that's why I started a foundation several years ago, because I couldn't find anything. And that's what I've been hearing from others. Like they're not finding a whole lot of information. And that's just because this horrible disease is so rare. There's not a whole lot, like Terry said in the last call I talked about. His doctor just said there's nothing I can do. Um, I know they're trying, they're doing trials, but uh, I'm not sure. I hope they're going to work soon. I've heard of one that might be doing something, but um, just just don't give up, and please watch whatever you can of what I'm doing. Um, yes, I think it can help you.
It's really beautiful. And then, like, Sandy, I am so certain that your family and your closest friends know how resilient you are, but I'd like to know what surprised you about how resilient you actually are.
Wow, it's hard to answer. I mean, I, because I was ready to give up. I wanted God just, I asked him, just take me. Um, and I guess I'll go back to it took finally at my lowest point getting into meditation. And that's what made me resilient because I still do it every day, every night. And even at the lowest points, throughout the day, I feel awful. But I still go back to it. And just, even though you think you may not be resilient, you can become that by being consistent and committed and focused. That sounds cheesy, but it's so true. With anything you do, you're gonna suck when you first start. I certainly did, and now it's just a habit. But a habit, just like a belief,
I love that.
can be.
Committed.
It can be. It's formed by what you think. What you think every day. That's what becomes a belief, and at a certain point, you will believe, like I do, that you can get better.
Committed, consistent, and focused until it becomes a habit.
It's that simple, and it's not easy. Believe me, it's not easy. Uh, the plan is simple. Doing it is not. But if you want to get better, you gotta push yourself, and it's going to be uncomfortable at times. But boy, the reward is pretty amazing.
What a true story of hope. From asking God to please take me to asking God to please use me. Like your life is the epitome of hope.
That's I truly believe that. I've said it before. This is why I started doing this. I wasn't planning on doing this in this way. This just it hit me when I learned about the two guys who were diagnosed after me who passed away. Like, why am I still here? And I meditated on it and said, okay, I believe there's a reason I'm here, and it's to do this and to help others. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Sandy, genuinely, for your courage to continue to fight, to acknowledge your purpose, and to help others do the same.
Thank you, Nina. And thanks everyone who's listening and responding and commenting. It really means the world to me. And uh, I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. And we'll talk again soon.
Cheers to that. Merry Christmas.
Cheers. Thanks, Nina. You have a great night, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, Sandy. You do the same.